Hello everybody and welcome back to ARM Pitching Development Free Pitching Analysis. Today we're at a 16-year-old named Chase, and we're going to look at 5 key elements: balance and posture, stride length and direction, arm angle and timing, efficient energy transfer, and follow through to deceleration. I'll put a snippet on the screen for you guys to take a picture or whatever you want with that, so you can reference that for mechanical adjustments or mechanical thoughts on your approach to pitching that may help. This is just a base layer idea. I don't want to drag the videos out too long, just to give you an idea of how things that I may suggest help. Something to consider when looking at video analysis or pitching analysis is that it's always subjective to the viewpoint of the person conducting the analysis. Every coach, every trainer, instructor has their own style, their own way of thinking or seeing things, and they're always going to have their views in mind when they do it. So if you have something to add to the video or add something, please put that into the comments section below and we can have a conversation about it there. So if you are interested in submitting a video, my email address is located in the screen here. Please send me an email, and if you can, a horizontal view would be best of your pitching, because it plays better in the software and for YouTube, and it gives me a bigger frame of reference to look at. Okay, looking at Chase. Okay, the first thing we're going to take a look at is get my reference for height to stride length. It could be something like that. That would be 100%. So 100% is going to be making a little marker. Got it. So we're going to clear that off. What I might do is just take a quick peek. Yeah, so just right off the bat, Chase is probably sitting right around 98% of stride, or of height, the stride length. So it's pretty maximal on stride length. I already see some glaring issues that I want to address in the video, so that's a good thing. So going into load point, this actually doesn't look too bad, Chase. One argument I would say, I usually try to stick around, I don't know, that this is okay, but I think maybe being around 50 to 60% of height on your leg lift, your load point, your front leg load point is maybe a little simpler, but this isn't terrible. Looks like your hips internally rotate pretty easy, which is good. I would say the glove hand could be, I would think of it like a fist width. So if you put your fist on your chest and then put your glove hand against your fist from your chest, that would be about how close around to put your glove hand. So this distance here may be a little greater away from your chest. So we want to break maybe a little bit tighter and a little bit taller. I haven't gone through all the video yet, so it's hard for me to say, but that's just one thing I'm seeing right here. I do like the alignment here from the backside. This all looks pretty good. Ready to head down the mound. Eyes are on check, I like that. So got laser beams, got hip going in the right direction. That looks pretty good, and you got your ankle going in the right direction. So that's pretty good so far. And then let's continue on. We'll go to low balance break position. All right, so just sitting on this position, this looks pretty good here. Here, I like that back hip load. One thing I don't necessarily think this angle right here, where you may be hitting your back hip a little bit harder than we need to. So we could just keep our shoulders with a slider angle up here versus the one you're giving us currently, which is that angle. So I don't know that that's necessary. It might, this is just my opinion on it, but you might take your shoulders a little bit straighter and not hit your back hip hinge so hard. It could cause more of a dump forward, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to it here. Heading into stride. Okay, so one thing I want to talk to you about is your arm swing into position. So see this length here. This glove hand's fine. I'm not too worried about that at the moment, but the way you're approaching your arm circle, if we go back here, is just swinging back to swing it forward into position. I think it's a power loss. There is good scapular retraction right here, right there. It's good, but look at how low your elbow is right here at this point. So I think it's, in comparison to your stride length, I think it's a little low at this point, at this moment. I think you could be a little bit stronger by getting here, and then if we just elevate up, so like think about lifting your elbow up here, and then so the arm essentially would match the front side. So it'd be more like here, and then the arm would be up this way. So think about lifting your right elbow up off of your break line. And that goes back to me talking to you about your hand set being a fist off of your chest. If you do a tighter break and elevate up through your elbows, then this angle will happen here. So that would be a point of strength I think you could work on. Again, the back hip piece. So let's look at stride direction since we covered the break line. Okay, so the hip clears out pretty well. The front hip is what I'm talking about here. Looks pretty good. Again, I think this is a low slot here at the moment. This is okay at the moment, but it may lead to a leak to your left side when you're going to square up your shoulders with the target. And then I'm wondering if your stride length isn't a little too far at the moment. So I'm thinking that you're probably, I think I saw it, but I think you're going to break the kinetic chain a little early on this pitch. So just going back to stride length and direction. So I think your direction's fine, but this is a little early here. Your chest is a little early here, I think. So I want to stay closed a little bit longer on your landing point. And go back to it a little bit. So right here, you haven't landed yet. Now you've landed, but you've exposed your chest. So I want to stay closed with my upper body. I want to stay closed here a little bit longer. So let's take our elbow direction and our chest, keep it closed, and we're going to go like we're going to the right-handed hitter's batter's box. Keep your elbow up at this point. Looks like we're leaking forward just a little bit more than we want here in the back hip. So if we could, I don't know. I'm going to argue against myself on that a little bit. Let's just take it for what it is. I want to get the elbow strength definitely stronger at this point. So this would be up here and, you know, like, okay, down here. And then this one would be up here and then maybe right here. So our elbows are going to be a little bit stronger and we're going to pull forward, not around the ball, around the pitch. And then keep your chest closed longer. Got it. Okay, stride length direction looks good. Arm angles, we covered that a little bit. Let's look at the timing. So right here, okay, right, it's like a teeter-totter, right? Land, lift, lift, land, okay? Looking at the feet, land, lift, lift, land. So I want to kind of make it all smooth and transition well together. So once you let go of this here, once you let go of the rubber here, now you're letting all this force, all the effort goes into the arm. So you talked about coming back from a UCL surgery, or I think it was UCL, I can't remember. But anyways, if it is UCL, I could see why, because you're putting all this strain and tension potentially into your elbow to throw the pitch. So my suggestion would be to shorten up your stride length, probably one step width. So like if your foot's this long, let's maybe shorten it to this point here and see if we can't hold the ground longer back here, which will force a little more trunk engagement, a little more core engagement going forward this way, and not being so rounded this way. So we gave up the ground. Now we're asking the arm to do everything for us, pretty much. Okay, we're trying to get into a blocking position here. It's not, I think if we could get, well, that's all right. This is just a poor position right here. Okay, so it tells me you want to work on your abdominal strength, your hip strength, your glute strength, and we want to really get the pitch. I think you're doing an okay job on release and release height, right? But it's just the way we're getting there. I think we can be there stronger if we tether the rubber longer, right? If we hold the back foot to the ground longer. So it'd be like, right? So if we're at that angle, but your back foot's where the triangle begins, so to speak, forcing your chest forward just a little bit stronger over your front leg. And then your ball release would be a little bit more like out front here. I think maybe better. Everything's a little rounded right now because of the way you've let go of this. So everything's going this way instead of going forward. Okay, and then now so the energy transfer, to get back to the efficient energy transfer, we're not really clearing the back hip very well. Let's see. Yeah, so it goes right here. And then now essentially you can't transfer the energy out through the ball because I'm just going to say because of the back foot not being connected long enough. So shorten the stride length and then pull down on the pitch a little bit, a lot more actually. All right. And then let's go through follow through and deceleration. The follow through is pretty rounded. So everything's just going to the left. I mean, this is a decently strong position and don't have any arguments there. I just think that all your energy is going out this way. So you're kind of swinging through your pitch instead of driving through the center of the ball, going through there, get off the ball and then allow the hips to turn left a little bit later. So follow through is fine. The arm looks pretty loose here. I don't really have an argument on deceleration for your arm. I think you're doing okay. Really, it's some strength issues here. And the good news is you're young, so you can combat from this. Once you get the mechanical pieces fixed a little bit more, shorten up the stride length, hold the rubber longer, bend and finish and follow through your target a little bit better. Go through the center of the baseball. Let's elevate up through the elbows. Elevate up through the elbows here a little bit stronger, right? Shorter landing position, stronger at this point, and not put so much stress on the elbow right here to throw. In this angle, I know it's a little bit tough and I know you sent me other angles, but I'm just gonna pick on one that might be a little low at the moment. So you might wanna elevate this elbow up a little bit more. And then just a little more direct with the pitch and then a little bit stronger. So listen, Chase, I know you got a lot of work to do and you got a season ahead of you. I'm excited for you. Please do me a favor and keep me up to date with your progress and let me know how things go with these adjustments. Drop me an email if you have questions about what I'm talking about and we can do a video meetup or something for you. I want to see you be successful. Anybody that I put on here and I talk to or have a conversation with their parents or whatever, I'm more than happy to help, and I don't charge anything. If you guys want to support me or the channel and you want to buy one of my books or do something, that's fine. I'd never ask for any of that. So it's just me trying to help as many people as I possibly can at the end of the day. So anyways, I hope the best for you. We'll go ahead and cut it off from here. And until I shoot the next video, I'll see you guys next time.